All right, what's up, everybody? Here we are. I can't believe it for not just the season finale, but the series finale of Dark. It's season 3, episode 8, which is called Paradise, the Paradise. And it's about damn time we arrived there. Holy shit, man. Especially having watched episodes 5, 6, 7, and then now 8, basically back to back today. Man, it's been absolutely mind-boggling. But I mean, this third season in general, of course, has been insanely confusing. In a good way, of course, I mean that. But like with seasons 1 and 2, you were able to keep overview. You know what I mean? Like still relatively well. With season 3, it's sort of like you just have to let go, kind of, right? I mean, a lot of things do still end up making sense, which is nice. And I love especially how last episode the storylines for particular characters really did end up coming full circle. Especially, I'm thinking Noah. I'm thinking, and this is a detail that I absolutely loved once I finally realized that, like, Elizabeth and Charlotte basically kidnapping mini Charlotte there because Elizabeth had gone through all of that depression, basically, right? And just wanted her baby back. And so she was willing to steal it from herself in that moment, I guess, just to have all of them reunited finally. Such an insane, like, you think about all these ideas, right? And they sound it all makes sense when you take in mind the time travel aspect of the show, right? Rationally, it never would, but like it's so great how every single time once you actually think it through, it's like, oh, that sounds genius. Those motivations actually. And so, yeah, that was great. And then seeing Noah go on his quest to actually find Charlotte back, which is how it all started in the first place, right? And also the realization and kicking in that like Noah dying basically after he had finally found Charlotte was kind of poetic because things in that regard had already sort of come full circle for him back in season 2, right? Those thoughts are great too. Now, of course, the real big, yeah, how should I put this? Like the new sort of introduction, I guess the final introduction here to this last episode that's going to be majorly important is the fact that we have a third team, which is exactly what we needed because basically the outcomes for the two teams that we were dealing with neither really seemed too great, right? Jonas, Adam wanted everything destroyed and everything to stop that way. Martha wanted everything to keep going and therefore to just keep the loop going, right? Keep the time travel going and everything would just repeat itself. Basically, the ending that I had also speculated, like, oh, that's something I could see for the show, but it's kind of probably a cliche for a time travel show to go right back to where it started and just have it all repeat all over again or something, right? I'm pretty sure plenty of shows have done that already in the past. Although this one still could be doing it. Who knows? Maybe I'm preemptively insulting the show now by saying that would be a dumb ending, but it all depends on execution at the end of the day, of course. But yeah, with Claudia, it really does seem like we have somebody to root for, which is nice because I hope that's actually what it is, and yeah, we're gonna be able to get the ending that she foresees, which is an ending where characters do get to live, but where time travel isn't a thing, and so where people can actually be saved. Actual paradise, right? Which is what the title is implicating and hopefully teasing to us therefore as well. That's going to be the major question for this episode. And other than that, there is of course a couple of like threads that I feel like, I mean, we have to continue from. I still feel like I need to understand what the whole two realities is about, even if it might, I don't know how important it's still going to be now for as far as Claudia's plan goes. But then again, they did tease it in the last episode once again without really getting back to it, interestingly enough. So I'm sure it's still going to come back into play, right? We're going to kind of learn what that meant with the two realities that they've kept talking about and those scenes playing out differently, with the apocalypse in the season 2 finale. But the other major thing is going to be what I already referred to with Elizabeth and Charlotte. We know that they are actually going to, well, they were supposed to, there was a reason for them at least, giving Charlotte, mini Charlotte, baby Charlotte, back to Tannhaus. And yeah, as far as Tannhaus's whole storyline goes, there's so much there. I feel like he really is sort of the origin of it all when you think about it, because it's another thing that I brought up quite casually, I think, during the last episode. That actually the origin of it all, technically, when you think about it, wasn't Michael committing suicide, which is what Jonas had at some point figured. It was actually Tannhaus talking about time travel, right? That's how the show started. That was the very first scene of the show. So maybe that's going to have more to do with it. But as far as Tannhaus goes, again, there is a reason why Elizabeth and Charlotte decided to give mini Charlotte back, to Tannhaus, or give it to Tannhaus rather, which the show still needs to make clear, therefore. And I'm guessing we will learn that answer at least, even if things might finally not play out the exact same way by the end of it all now. But there is also then a reason for why Tannhaus's son and his wife got killed and why his granddaughter there went missing, right? Like, that's something that we never learned about either. Plus, there is the fact that Tannhaus's great-great-great-grandfather was the one who started the time travel in the first place because he wanted to bring his wife back from death. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that moment still, or if it's just something that they teased and then, you know, just to give some context for it all, but we're not really going to revisit it because it's not necessarily important in the grand scheme of things. I could see that being the case as well, but it has been such an absolutely fantastic ride, guys. I've absolutely loved it. Yeah, and I can't wait to see how we end it all. I'm sure they're gonna nail the landing. You know what I mean? Like they've. I saw, by the way, I already did see that the last episode apparently has like the highest rating of them all. So that's always a good sign. But yeah, like I'm sure it's gonna be fantastic. Like I said, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Yeah, with that being said, I think I've honestly done enough previewing here for the final episode. We're just going to dive into it. And if you enjoy my reactions to Dark, then you can still watch, you know, my full-length reactions, of course, to all the episodes over on Patreon, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Let me know in the comments which shows you would like me to react to in the future. I'll probably also make like a, more detailed sort of review video, story analysis for Dark itself. Which actually, by the time you're seeing this, might already have gone up a couple weeks back or something, to be honest. Because this is an idea that I've been having in mind for a while, and I'm also pre-recording these episodes, of course, quite early in advance. So that's something that might already be up on the channel, and you'll probably want to check out if it's there. But that being said, I'm doing some time traveling, or trying to predict the future in myself, I guess. But anyway, it's gonna be bittersweet getting finally to the end of this show. We're gonna dive into season 3, episode 8, and without further ado, here we go. The place where it all began. Oh wow. Even the event, I guess. Yeah, it's the suicide scene. Oh man, we've arrived. It would feel kind of inappropriate to say, you're probably wondering how we ended up here.
Jede Reise hat einen Anfang.
Different voiceover.
Aber deine hat kein Ende.
Is it old Claudia? Yeah, I can recognize that voice.
Ich bin hier, damit deine Reise endlich ein Ende findet.
Das ist unmöglich. Du bist tot.
Wow.
Dich töten lassen.
Du hast immer noch keine Ahnung, wie dieses Spiel gespielt wird.
Ich habe ihn getötet. Ich habe Martha und den Ursprung getötet.
Yeah, what's the deal with the 3 guys, actually? Are we still gonna learn more about them in this final episode?
Du hast gedacht, dass der Ursprung in der Verbindung der beiden Welten liegt. Aber in Wahrheit liegt er außerhalb der beiden Welten.
A better world.
Ist vom Dualismus geprägt. Schwarz, weiß, Licht und Schatten. Deine Welt und Evas Welt. Aber das ist falsch.
It's a trinity.
Ohne eine dritte Dimension ist nicht.
Oh god, here we go again, man. First we thought it was about the different timelines, but now I guess it's about the worlds rather. Ah, that's fantastic, man, because yeah, I remember saying that suddenly that symbol doesn't really have much, it's almost like it lost its meaning.
In der ein einziger Fehler begangen wurde.
The moment that they started introducing like a 4th time period, I remember thinking that. But now it's like, oh shit, it was actually the solution to the whole show in the end.
Hat wie du jemanden verloren. Und wie du hat versucht, jemanden von den Toten zurückzuholen. Aber stattdessen hat seine Welt gespalten und zerstört.
So was it him? He hit 2 buttons. Oh man.
Es gibt einen Weg, diesen Knoten zu zerstören. Indem wir verhindern, dass in der Ursprungswelt das Reisen durch Raum und Zeit überhaupt erst erfunden wird.
Right. What is the origin world? Das Paradies. Now I do recall, of course, the opening of the season also, where the three guys had destroyed the headquarters. Is that what Adam is bumping into here?
Ich hätte dir all das gerne erspart. Aber dein Weg musste erhalten bleiben. Jeder Schreck musste genauso getan werden wie zuvor. Bis zu diesem Moment.
Claudia was the real chess player.
Das hier. Ist das schon einmal passiert?
Dass du versuchst, den Ursprung zu zerstören. Das ist unendliche Male passiert. Aber das hier, du und ich,
Oh, okay.
geschieht zum ersten Mal.
Wow.
Es ist Zeit, dass du verstehst, wie alles wirklich zusammenhängt.
So how did Claudia end up here finally for the first time?
Du erschaffst dich auf ewig neu. Und sie sich.
Oh, technically Martha was winning so far then, because at least she was preserving things. Adam never got really what he wanted.
Dein Sohn. Er ist der Ursprung. Er hat lange auf dich gewartet. Und er wird es immer wieder tun.
I love how she talks about them singularly. Oh man, this
Willst
kid.
deinen Sohn zerstören. Und den Knoten mit ihm. Eva will, dass er lebt. Und muss dafür den Knoten aufrechterhalten. Sie kann nicht anders.
Right.
Sie wird immer wieder alles dafür tun, dass ihr Sohn lebt.
Yeah, she's a mom. That's what they do.
Wenn du willst, dass Jonas lebt, dass sie alle jemals leben, dann müssen wir tun, was schon immer geschehen ist. Auch du.
Yeah. Let's first confront you with your kid, and then you'll be willing to give it your all. Makes a lot of sense.
Ihr beide habt auf eurer Reise unvorstellbare Dinge getan.
Oh, wow.
Es tut mir leid. Eure beiden Welten hätten niemals existieren dürfen. Du und Eva. Ihr hättet niemals existieren dürfen.
Does that mean they do get to exist still in the third world, though?
Woher weißt du von der Ursprungswelt?
Yeah.
Ich habe
What is this origin world in the
33
first
Jahre
place?
in beiden Welten nach Antworten gesucht. Zu verstehen, wie alles aus dem immer gleichen Stammbaum wieder und wieder geboren werden
From the
kann.
same family tree.
Bis ich begriffen habe, dass wir nicht alle Teil des Knotens sind. Beide Welten sind ein Geschwür, das aus etwas anderem entstanden sein muss. Wenn man es entfernt, vernichtet man alles, was daraus geboren wurde. Aber hält das am Leben, was bereits in der Ursprungswelt existiert.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
All die Jahre habe ich gedacht, dass sie meine Tochter ist.
Ich habe mir lange Zeit gewünscht, dass du der Vater bist.
Oh, Tronted wasn't?
Aber es ist besser so. Sie ist nicht Teil des Knotens.
Right. But they are, or what?
Sie wird leben.
Oh, shit.
Du weißt, was du tun musst.
But
Mach es schnell.
she is definitely Claudia's kid, so is Claudia not,
Es ist kein Leben, das sie liebt.
Don't let us suffer. Okay, so she's giving Tronte a certain task here. Oh, she gave, sorry. I'm dumb. She gave him the task of killing Regina, yeah. Yeah, we saw that happen already, of course. So awesome, I was seeing this actress for Claudia now with the long, gray hair.
Habe ich versucht zu begreifen, wie alles zusammenhängt. wirklich zusammenhängt. Bis ich verstanden habe, dass unsere beiden Welten aus einer anderen entstanden sind. Dass Regina in beiden Welten immer sterben wird.
Hm.
Dass sie nur in der Welt, aus der alles entstanden ist, leben kann. Der Ursprungswelt.
Wow.
Ich habe dich belogen.
But how is she not tied to Claudia though? Who is also tied to everything, to the knot.
Alles muss
Okay.
erst so geschehen, wie es schon immer geschehen ist. In deiner und in ihrer Welt.
Okay, cool. So we're getting to see Ulrich actually follow Helga again. Oh, and on the left is like Ulrich, yeah, in Jonas' world when he first entered. Season 1. Love it, man.
Jeder Schritt in diesem Labyrinth musste so getan werden wie zuvor. Eine unendliche Verkettung aus Ursache und Wirkung, die uns alle in beiden Welten immer wieder zu unserem gleichen Schicksal führt.
What did he do here?
Ist hier gerade jemand vorbeigekommen? So ein alter Mann?
Oh
In keiner
shit.
Welt sind wir frei zu handeln. Wir werden auf ewig tun, was wir schon immer getan haben.
Yeah, didn't he take like the other passage actually, Ulrich? Then Helga did, right? Yeah, Helga ended up in 86 and Ulrich went to 53. That's what happened in season 1. But this time he actually chased Helga. Maybe Helga took a wrong turn this time.
Welches Jahr?
1986.
1986.
Oh shit, he knows who he's facing, yep.
Aber ich kann das ändern. Weißt du? Ich kann die Vergangenheit ändern. Und die Zukunft.
Oh man, dude. This is easily one of the most impactful scenes to me. This is one of those scenes that took Dark to the next level, I feel. Oh. Oh, he did the same thing here, right? But this time he hit the eye. Yeah. Wow, man. God, the parallels. Too good. That's a yellow
Es
room.
gibt keinen Unterschied zwischen den beiden Welten. Die Dinge passieren vielleicht nicht auf dieselbe Art und Weise.
Yeah, it still comes down to the
zur
same
selben
shit.
Zeit. Aber sie passieren.
Yeah. Fantastic, dude. Oh, man. I can't get over how good it is. But this Helga made it out again as well, right? I guess he figured he had killed him. Oh, shit. And then old Helga. Oh, God. Does he actually kill him? Oh, wow. Damn.
Wie
Oh.
du habe ich die Figuren über das Schachbrett gezogen. Und musste dabei zusehen, wie alles immer wieder passiert.
Oh my god. Imagine having to go through this all an infinite number of times. What if we lived on infinitely, man? Think about that. That might actually be a more scary thought than realizing we die.
Noch ist, nachdem du so lange gesucht hast. Die Zeit. Während der Apokalypse ist sie für den Bruchteil einer Sekunde stehen geblieben. Ist für einen Moment auch die Kette aus Ursache und Wirkung gebrochen. Und du musst es dafür nutzen, Jonas auf einen anderen Weg zu schicken.
Okay. I'm guessing Adam does join her in the end.
Jonas und Martha, sie sind schuld daran, dass alles immer wieder passiert. Du musst sie in die Ursprungswelt schicken, damit sie dem Ganzen endlich ein Ende setzt.
Send Jonas and Martha to the origin world. I'm down for it, man. Back to the infinity loop. Are we gonna get a third outcome here now, or what? Yeah, that's where he confronted him.
Was machst du noch hier?
Wait, yeah, he was the one who shot Martha.
Sie ist tot!
Oh shit, well this is definitely a third encounter.
Was willst du noch von mir?
Ich kann dir das erklären. Alles.
He's gonna save her now.
Was soll das?
Is Martha still savable? I don't think so. Okay, he's just taking Jonas. What are they gonna...
Wie hast du das gemacht?
That's the first time that he was, yeah, exposed to that.
Die Frage ist nicht, welche Zeit,
Which world?
sondern welche Welt.
Yeah. Let's hope it's the origin world then.
Es gibt einen Weg, wie du nicht zu mir werden musst. Wie all das hier niemals passieren muss. Aber dafür musst du mir vertrauen.
Wow, man. You finally notice a bit more like empathy coming from Adam, from his voice, which is nice for a change.
Die andere Martha. Du musst sie retten.
Die andere Martha?
Oh god, he's not even exposed to this yet.
Was wir wissen, ist ein Tropfen. Was wir nicht wissen,
Yeah, that's an ocean.
ein Ozean.
Was soll das heißen?
He always says it. Was soll das heißen?
Adam wird Jonas auf seinen Weg schicken. Er und Martha. Sie werden verhindern, dass all das hier jemals passiert.
Papa. Sag ihm, dass es mir leid tut.
Yeah, man, Egon.
Wenn alles gelingt, dann wird Regina leben.
Ah, man. Yeah, who could better emotionally support you than yourself? Who knows exactly what you're feeling? Okay, so what is Jonas then supposed to do now to quote-unquote save Martha? Well, he has to save her from the apocalypse, right? But how was Martha affected by the apocalypse? This Martha? Oh, yeah, when they were stopped by Magnus and Francesca, who were funnily enough sent by Jonas himself. Oh, he's supposed to bring them along now instead of them. Holy shit, he's jumping in there. Oh my god, this is gonna be a dive. Oh, oh, that's awesome. Oh, I would have loved to see their reaction. Whoa. What world is this?
Das kann nicht sein. Du lebst.
Right, because this is after she saw him get shot.
Welche Zeit sind wir?
That's not the right question to ask. I was already wondering, are we there? The weather here is not looking too bad.
Tannhaus. Der Uhrmacher. Er wird heute die Passage zum ersten Mal öffnen. Wir haben nicht viel Zeit.
Okay,
Wir müssen verhindern, dass es jemals passiert.
okay. Well, we're not there. We're not in paradise yet. He gonna just kill himself or what? Who'd he save the pistol for in his pocket though? Again, I imagine it would be himself, but could be someone else too. So he's about to travel?
Du und ich. Wir sind der Grund dafür, dass alles so passiert. Aber wir sind der Fehler. Der Fehler in der Matrix.
Du willst, dass sie nie existieren. Deine Welt und meine. Dass wir nie existieren.
I thought there was a way for them both to still be in that third world, but maybe not. Again, it was also said that like the only things that can exist in the paradise world are the stuff that's not tied to these two worlds, whatever they mean with that.
Ich habe dich bereits erwartet. Ich weiß, warum du hier bist.
Oh shit, he came to confront her. Is she really sure? Wow.
Du kannst nicht gewinnen. Dass ich sterbe, ist nur ein weiterer Schritt im Kreislauf. Du wirst mich heute töten. Martha wird mich finden.
Wow. But what if he kills himself then?
So wie ich. Es wird sie endgültig gegen dich wenden. Worauf wartest du?
Ooh, she might not remember this taking this long. Time no longer wants it. Ah. Or he doesn't.
Das ist nicht richtig.
That's not how it happened.
So ist es nicht passiert.
Oh man, we finally got a break in the cycle. I've been waiting for this for 3 damn seasons.
Was hast du getan?
He didn't do much. Claudia saved you. But what did Claudia actually do to understand the solution and to get here herself, to break the cycle herself?
Jeder Schmerz verleitet uns.
Oh
zum
shit, why did we suddenly get the letterbox
Formt
here?
unser Wollen. Tannhaus hat
Ah.
in der Ursprungswelt alles verloren, was ihm jemals etwas bedeutet hat.
That happened in the origin world.
Jonas und Martha. Sie müssen ihm den Schmerz nehmen. Damit er niemals nach einem Weg sucht, alles rückgängig zu machen.
So what? They are giving him Charlotte. I mean, that can't really be it. That's not enough. They would literally need to prevent that accident from happening then, in that case.
Das ist der Moment, an dem die Passage zum ersten Mal geöffnet wurde. Den Knoten erschaffen. Uns erschaffen.
How did that create them though?
Für einen kurzen Augenblick wird es eine Brücke geben. Zwischen allen 3 Welten.
Du willst in seine Welt.
What's that world even gonna look like? Oh, he is, yeah, okay, creating the wormhole now.
Es beginnt.
This is the moment. This is literally the opportunity. But yeah, when would they need to time this? What would they need to do? Oh, dude, it's so crazy to think this is gonna be it, man. It's what we've been waiting for all this time. Wow. Please don't let that be some... Oh, shit. I was gonna say some last-minute obstacle or something going wrong. She's not here. This is just a void. This is literally just emptiness. Could she even hear him? Are they hearing each other? I don't think so, right? They're just both stuck in their own voids. I love how all the particles are literally screwing up the bitrate on Netflix, I think. A baby? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this, Narnia? Oh shit, it's their... Oh no. I thought it was their kid for a second. Oh, young Martha.
Er sieht traurig aus.
Wer sieht traurig aus?
Oh shit. Katarina can't see anybody. Well. Time for Hannah and little Jonas, I guess. Oh, never mind. Michael.
Da steht ein Mädchen.
Man.
Es gibt ein Mädchen.
What are they supposed to do here now then? Maybe to decide not to go there? Not to walk in there? Enter each other's worlds? Well, if that was the case, I think they passed the test. Don't tell me they just stay locked up here then as a result. Oh. They're just gonna walk through each other? Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't think it would be a bad ending for them to be locked up here together. You know what I mean? They'd be plenty satisfied with that. As long as they don't get to starve to death as a result. That's the third, yeah. That's the third realm right there. I mean, yeah, it was said that we need to basically fix Tannhaus's situation, right? That's the goal.
Ich dachte, du willst den Laden. Vielleicht nicht jetzt, aber irgendwann.
Weil du nicht zuhörst. Kein Wunder, dass Mama das nicht mehr ausgehalten hat.
Man.
Deine ewigen Vorträge, Big Bang, Big Crunch. Hast du Sonja mal gefragt, ob sie das überhaupt interessiert? Hast du mich all die Jahre mal gefragt, ob mich das interessiert? Was
What?
ich eigentlich will?
They had some huge falling out right before it happened. That made him feel even worse about it, of course.
Du hast mir doch gesagt, die Welt da draußen wäre voller Geheimnisse. Und dass das, was wir wissen, ein Tropfen in einem unendlichen Ozean ist, ja? Wenigstens da hast du mal recht gehabt. Du weißt vielleicht alles über Einstein-Rosenbrücken und schwarze Löcher, aber über mich weißt du absolut gar nichts.
Man. So sad, man. That was his last memory that he had in Jonas and Martha's world.
War das gerade wirklich nötig? Wir hätten genauso gut morgen fahren können.
Well, I guess we're gonna see with this accident what was the cause of it. Although maybe we won't, because Martha and Jonas are gonna have to prevent it.
Mich hast du dir ausgesucht.
Don't do that. Oh god. Oh god. Is that how they... Oh shit. That could have been how they had their accident, but it wouldn't have made sense though, because Jonas and Martha were never supposed to be here before.
Ihr könnt doch nicht einfach hier rumstehen, ich habe euch gerade fast überfahren.
You guys are weird. I mean, shouldn't this technically be all that's needed? They already changed something. Oh.
Komm, geht mal nach Hause.
Was wir wissen, ist ein Tropfen.
Wow.
Was wir nicht wissen, ein Ozean.
Wow.
Dein Vater liebt dich.
Oh, I love it, man.
Er würde alles für dich tun.
Just listen to us for this once. Ah, that's so great.
Ist alles okay?
Just listen, dude. All you need to do, just listen.
Was war das denn?
A glitch in the Matrix.
Wir sollten morgen fahren.
Yeah, he changed his mind. See? Okay, there we go. They went back to Tannhaus's store. What, and they stopped him from what he was doing downstairs? Well, actually, Tannhaus wasn't doing anything here yet, of course.
Ich hatte nur plötzlich so ein Gefühl.
Man, this has all been super nice.
Magst du?
Charlotte hatte ich auch schon vermisst.
Oh yeah, I think we already basically established, right, that like... Well, I don't know if this Charlotte would still end up looking like Charlotte in the end, because I feel like it's a different person though, right? Because basically the kid that he got, he would call Charlotte after this granddaughter, presumably. Unless, once again, I could be interpreting that wrong, to be honest. I don't think so, no, because the actual Charlotte is supposed to be Noah's and Elizabeth's kid.
Glaubst du, es hat funktioniert?
We're about to find out. What would this world look like now, then?
Glaubst du, dass irgendetwas von uns bleibt? Das ist das, was wir dann sind. Ein Traum. Es hat uns nie wirklich gegeben.
Yeah, I have no idea. We don't even really get to see it because we're in 86. And presumably there's no way to go forward anymore, right? Depends if their machine still works. Oh, they're dissolving, dude. Is this it? Looks like this could be it.
Wir passen perfekt zusammen. Glaub nie etwas anderes.
I see trees of green.
Man, they're all dissolving. What would be left in the end? I get that Jonas was of course never meant to be simply because of his father already in the first place, who time traveled.
What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow.
Yeah, just that realization kicking in of like what's actually going on and that this is it. Must be very like, while scary, it must be a very relieving moment.
I watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll never know.
That's all going. Yeah, well, basically those entire worlds dissolved. So what? Is this what paradise looks like?
Wollen wir die Lasagne noch mal warm machen? Ja.
Claudia?
Mal eine Flasche auf, oder?
Ja, mach mal.
Ja, bitte.
Regina?
Komm ich auch einen Schluck?
Und jetzt stoßen wir auf Regina an.
Unbedingt.
Okay.
Auf dich.
Und danke für die Einladung.
Okay.
Auf dich.
What the hell? Even better that.
Dein Auge. Das sieht viel besser aus.
Du hast uns nie erzählt, was da eigentlich genau passiert ist.
Mir hast du es auch noch nie gesagt. Erzähl mal, Torben.
Komm, erzähl.
Oh, he never did tell that story, did he?
Letzten Sommer ist...
Oh, he still doesn't get to tell it.
Der Schreck.
Ist alles okay?
Ist das jetzt die Apokalypse?
Oh boy. Please don't tell me Hannah gets a deja vu moment.
Hannah?
Oh, dude.
Das hört sich jetzt vollkommen absurd an, aber ich habe genau das hier letzte Nacht geträumt. Es war einfach dunkel und ist nicht wieder hell geworden. Als ob das gut ist. Dass alles vorbei ist. Dass
Yeah.
man plötzlich frei ist von allem. Kein Wollen.
I wouldn't say I'm happy to be free of the show, but it is a good thing that it's over.
Kein Gestern. Kein Heute. Kein Morgen. Nichts.
Das solltest du dringend untersuchen lassen.
Yeah, we needed a line to lighten up the mood here. Damn, man.
Vielleicht sind das die Hormone.
Yeah, you got quite a few.
Und ihr hättet einen Wunsch frei. Was würdet ihr euch wünschen?
A world without Winden.
Eine Welt ohne Wind.
I know the future, guys.
Eine Welt ohne Winden.
Eine Welt ohne Wind.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't call him Jonas.
Ich glaube, ich finde Jonas einen schönen.
Oh man. But that doesn't matter, right? That's okay, right? It's okay. It's gotta be okay. Oh god, that was it, guys. Wow, man, I can't believe it. It's a bit of a surreal moment, but we've truly reached the end of the journey here, and yeah, that was a great final episode. Very sort of methodical and you know, kind of slower actually. I feel than most of the episodes, but rightfully so. You know, it felt sort of earned, and I really like, especially that scene or how they did it with you know, Tannhaus's son and his wife seeing that whole sequence play out, and also with Jonas and Martha, and Jonas telling him, like, what we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Your father loves you, this and that. Fantastic the way they did that, the way they made him change his mind and reverted course, basically, and allowed the origin world, paradise world, I guess, to continue existing. And it's therefore also, of course, all the more interesting that we get this ending where I guess I now finally do start to realize, like, what was actually meant with, people that came into life as a result of the time travel dying off, and everything else continuing to exist, and what that truly means, right? Because we basically see it with these characters at the table in 2019. It's like they were the ones that weren't necessarily related to the time travel, right? Like, all the kids were kids of Ulrich. Ulrich, I guess, was related to Agnes, and therefore, basically that whole branch can be here. This is a world without Ulrich, and therefore without his kids too, right? We only really see, interestingly enough, therefore a couple of side characters, actually, like Willer and Bernadette, of course, coming back. Regina is still there, and I don't know if we find out, like, what... Because this is... I don't know if this was then supposed to be the house of Claudia, because we saw Claudia on the picture at least, right? With some other guy, who, I don't know, I guess we don't know who the guy actually is. But still, interesting, what that... what that means. I mean, I don't know where Claudia would still be in this timeline. Maybe she's already died. That's a possibility, right? But still, Regina, of course, still lives, and that's nice to see. Peter is there. Hannah is there, and those, again, they are all characters that weren't necessarily tied to anybody else, that would be inherently tied with the time travel, I guess, and so that's why we saw them there, and they toasted to, a world without Wyndon, which was a great callback as well. The show, of course, has been full of callbacks, and already there were so many moments in this third season that brought back sort of nostalgic elements from the first and the second season, scenes that came full circle. The show did a great job at that. If anything, I feel like the finale here didn't even have that many direct references necessarily compared to some of the earlier episodes. That ending sequence in general just kind of, it was nice, but it was a little unexpected, I guess, or something. Like, I just hadn't expected us to like spend that much time on, for example, the Tannhaus family resolution and everything. Also, even like early on in the episode, a couple of scenes that we get, like, for example, Ulrich, chasing Helga, right? And then seeing Helga actually kill that version of Ulrich and stuff. Like, all those things are details that we don't even necessarily, I feel, need, but it does make sense, because it's like, okay, it's another way to bring those characters still back for the last episode, and they're just nice little things to know, like, oh, this is how it would have played out, I guess, in this other world. Again, it's already what I kind of had figured from more of a practical point of view. Like, bringing the second world into life is actually kind of genius, because you get to bring back certain characters who would have been kind of stuck with their storylines otherwise. Because that's just inherently the kind of issue that you're going to run into when you're dealing with this crazy time travel world that Dark was. Where you can't really... Again, I talked about that so many times with Ulrich, for example, right? Where, like, him being stuck in 1953, it's like... And then knowing that he ends up in 86 old, what can you still do with his actual character from 53? Yeah, not much. So, this was, once again, it's just genius how they, I guess... I don't know if that's, like... I wonder if that's sort of a way for the writers to go about it, to figure out that this is the direction they want to head into, because of reasons like that, too. Or if it's just a nice coincidence and it all came together like that. But I'd have to imagine that it's probably a little bit of both, right? But overall, this this season was great. This show was great. It's been consistent in quality. Like, I would say that the third season easily was the most complicated one, right? And therefore I found it very hard to make really accurate, concrete predictions anymore. I did notice that the intros and outros that I recorded for almost every episode in this third season were by far even longer than what I did in season 1 and 2. But I feel like I said less, if that makes sense. So, overall, though, I loved it. It's easily one of the most complex shows that I've seen. One of the most elaborate storylines. But then what I find so great about it is that it's not just the story that is really gripping and that you find so mysterious and intriguing and you want to try and get it and stuff. But it's also the characters at the heart of this series that have so much they have so much character to them, if that makes sense. You know, and I love, for example, also just the fact that they can have several actors for these characters, but all of them feel perfectly cast. All of them feel like versions of those characters. You don't, I don't know. It would be easy to think like, oh, but I liked this version of this character more, so that's the one that I want to see more. I didn't really feel that too much. You know, like I kind of did feel, once again, bringing it back to Ulrich. Like Ulrich was always kind of my favorite character. He's the one I liked seeing the most. I'm talking about the Ulrich, of course, that we started off with, right? And over time, we got a little less of him, which, again, for story reasons made sense. But then I still really liked his older version, too, that they came up with, I think, from Season 2 on. We saw him for the first time. And, of course, his younger version we had already been introduced to very early on as well, who were brought back a couple of times. So it's great overall, man. Like this... Even thinking about Peter now randomly, as I'm still still got the ending scene here on my second screen. Like this season, we saw that younger version of Peter, and it's like, oh my god, so perfectly cast once again. I love what they did there. Yeah, it's a great accomplishment, man. Also the fact, like, I mean, I don't know how this show really performed. I need to look up more about that. That's the thing. I've of course refrained from looking up anything about the show, and now I can finally start watching other reactors, like check out the show and see what they thought about it. I can do more research. I can kind of start looking things up on the wiki and stuff to finally make all the connections work in my head as well. Because I'm sure that the show thought them all out perfectly, right? But it's so much that in my head I still wasn't really able to make sense of some things, of course, inevitably, that now I will be able to read back up on, and I will be able to start making more sense of it, thankfully. But I can't wait to do all those things, like that's what I've kind of been waiting for. And what I meant to say is that this show being German, I really like that. I really like that about it. It felt so authentic. And all these actors, like, did such an amazing job, man. Like, all the performances were so believable. I can only imagine that because it's German, it therefore automatically will be a little less, well, popular, I guess, or people, like you already know that certain audiences won't be willing to give it a chance just for that reason alone. And it's like, man, that sucks so much, because those people, they would have missed out on an insane journey if that's a reason to like avoid it or something, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it does suffer from that or not, but I feel like surely that is something that, generally speaking, it basically has it against it. But yeah, for myself, I absolutely loved it. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed my reactions and reviews to Dark. I can't believe this is it. We've watched a total of, I think, 26 episodes. It's not necessarily a lot. Of course, all the episodes are pretty damn long, but for how complex that this whole storyline has gotten, it's kind of the perfect amount, I feel. This is where it feels right to end it to. And I wonder, another thing that I want to look up about, but like the behind the scenes process, how it was actually writing this show. Did they write the entire story from the start, or how did that exactly work? Because I feel like you're bound to write yourself into a bunch of corners if you don't write this out from the start fully immediately. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm wrong about that. I will say that I think production was going relatively quickly as well for this, because there was only like a year in between every season, I think. And again, for as complex as things get, I kind of feel like, maybe they did have the story then written fully from the jump, but I honestly don't know. All the things that I'm already looking forward to, like researching about, and once again, I think I've said everything that I, could have possibly said here. Now that we finally finished the ride, I want to thank you all for having tuned into my reactions here. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you won't be missing out on any of my future reactions to other shows. Let me know in the comments what more you would like me to react to. I'll definitely be keeping the creators of this show in mind as well and seeing what they do next. Again, there is that other show, 1899, I saw it was actually called, that was cancelled, so probably not really a great one to react to, because, it's not really going to have a real ending, I guess, right? Like a satisfying conclusion, therefore, too. Although maybe they wrote it kind of standalone, who knows? It's something to look into, but I know they have other projects in the works as well, so I'll be keeping my eyes on all of that. Yeah, and for now, once again, thank you all for tuning in. I very much appreciate it, and I'll see you back hopefully on the channel very soon.